Hello Libra, thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. There's a website, llewellyn.com. With this version, there is a companion book by Barbara Moore, in case you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards, Spellcasting Oracle cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. Website for them is shewhoisart.com. There's some other websites there too if you're interested. Just freeze frame and search them out if you want to. All right. What do we have for Libra? Oh, I already got things pulling out. What's going on with that? These two cards are pulling out, so I'm just going to put them to the side and we'll see what's going on with that. You got the World card coming in. You got the Three of Swords. Who's got the Three of Swords, though? I don't really know if it's you or somebody else. I think it's somebody else, because the World card coming in with the Knight of Pentacles, I think you're moving on from something. You're shutting it down. It's kind of like... It's almost like we're packing up the circus. It's kind of like this was the last... this is the last show. After this show, we're going to take it all down, pack it all up, and we're going to go on to the next location. And I feel like that's what's going on. And I feel like the energy you're leaving behind is heartbreak. Like, people are really sad to see you go, but you seem to be going into a whole new situation. I did get two cards. Yeah. No, people do like you, though. So people are sad. Some people are really sad, and they feel like with you going, you take along a lot of the balance with you. But I feel like you're kind of looking at this like, I've done a lot here. I've tried to teach you all how to handle it yourself. If you don't listen to it, that's on you. I got to go on to the next situation. It's time for you to go on to the next situation. And I also feel like this seems very, a little bit dependent on you. Kind of like, oh, if Libra's not here to make this work out for us, what are we going to do? And I feel like the point is kind of like they need to do it themselves. And I think that's one of the reasons you're moving on. Kind of like, you know what, I'm not looking to set up to be nursemaid. Or is that the right term now? Like... That's a universal term, right? That doesn't have a gender to it. Like, I'm not looking to be that person that just kind of sits there and does all these things constantly takes care of the same thing over and over and over. You know, I'm not going to walk behind you and clean up your messes constantly. I've been trying to teach you to clean up your own messes and to stop making messes even better. The energy you're walking away from doesn't want to do that. They don't want to take care of their own messes. They don't want to take care of their own messes. But they're very caught up in their own brain. Kind of like, oh, woe, it feels very woe is me. This is not working. This is in the position of what's not working. They're thinking about it. They know that they have to make this change. I feel like you've been taking care of this situation far too long. And it's time, like, another analogy I would give is like, having a kid that it's time for them to move out or take care of themselves. Even like a kid going to college, for example, they need to take care and clean up after themselves. It's just that time. You're not going to go to college with them just so you can, you know, pick up their dirty laundry, not for nothing, or whatever. And I'm getting the Temperance card. Like, they seem to think, I'll just keep living it the same way I have been and somebody else will take on that role. I wouldn't worry about them. I do feel like you're noticing that, like, they're just expecting somebody else to show up and do what you used to do. It's not going to happen. They'll learn the hard way. I also feel like, you know, sometimes the school of hard knocks has a lot of speed with it. Comes in really fast. The good luck is telling me they do have what it takes. They have learned. They may not do it very often, but they have learned from you how to handle things correctly. That Eight of Wands is telling me it's going to change quick. The good luck card... I love this card. The cat looks so sarcastic to me. It just looks so sarcastic to me. They're gonna have to, and I feel like it's kind of like things might get a little uncomfortable for them, just a little bit for a little while, but that'll be the catalyst that moves them forward. So I wouldn't really worry about it. You got new things coming in really fast. You got new things coming in. I feel like there might be overlap here. What is your new situation? Your new situation. They're giving passion and travel. These came out, like these pushed out. in the sense of like you got a lot coming in. You got a lot of passion. You got a lot of fire coming in. Like with the Passion card, you can see the fire there, obviously, but you got the Knight of Wands coming in. The next situation, when it starts kicking in, I don't feel like I have the luxury of holding on too much. And I feel like what they're saying is kind of like, it may be better to kind of let this person kind of hit rock bottom. It doesn't feel like it's the worst rock bottom in the world. It's not like life and death. It's uncomfortable for them. But I feel like the sooner it happens, it's better. Because the next situation, there's a lot coming in. There's a lot changing. I also feel like you're going to be very happy with the new situation. Two of Wands coming in. The Love card coming in. Like, I feel like you're going to love it. Don't worry about what you're walking away from as much. Because I feel you torn. And it's kind of like, I really did like that situation when it was, but it's over. It was good when it's good, but now it's time to get something new. You're going into something new. So this was, you had a good 10 of Cups in the last situation, but that's over with them. They need to do that themselves. You're actually going to recreate this 10 of Cups again in the new situation, especially when I get this Love card, because I feel like that's repeating. You got new situations, new things to do, better things to do, more fun things to do. Don't overthink what you're walking away from. I feel like you need to systematically detach. So, what I'm getting from that, in case it's not obvious, which probably you understand what that means anyway, but in the sense of like understanding it in the way you want to handle it, that's all I'm saying. But if you're like, I don't know how I'm going to systematically detach from that, like how I'm going to plan that out. Systematically detaching to me is like every week you just put a goal. Like I'm going to just detach a little bit more every week, and I'm going to keep myself on it. Every week I'm just going to self-audit the situation that I'm detaching myself from. So like every Friday I'm like, I'm doing a little less. All right, so this Friday I'm like, okay, this is what I did. Next week I'm going to do all of this except for this one piece. So this next week comes around, you did everything but that one piece, and you're like, all right, now from what I have left, I'm going to do everything I did this last week except one more piece. And I'm just systematically detaching until it's gone. And I feel like that's the easiest way for you to do it, to be comfortable with it. And I just feel like it just kind of slides right out. There's a lot of random energy of whatever you're walking away from. There's a lot of random energy trying to pull you back in. And some of it's pretty tempting. Some of it is pretty tempting, but like, I just volley that ball back. I just feel like that's what I have to do. It might even be like one of those things where, you know what, I'm sorry, I got something else going on, I can't do that. And you just volley it back. Like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Either you do it or it doesn't get done. You just volley it back. That's all you do. It seems simple, but I feel like there's kind of like this pull. It might bother you a little bit. But I'm getting like, it's these type of things that are trying to keep you locked into this old situation, which it's time to move on from. Volley it back. Just don't even overthink it. Just volley it back. Center your energy on the new. Because the new is where you're needed. The new is where you're going to make a difference. A lot of passion there. I'm just worried with the Three of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like what's coming towards me is like somebody's playing this whole, we need your help. Oh, we can't do this. Oh, we're not going to be able to do this without you. Or can you please just come and do this part for us now? It's trying to retie you into something. It's kind of like the more they see you detaching, the more they're trying to get you attached to other places. Kind of like, almost like they're trying to get you to reverse your decision. Don't go, stay, come back. You can't do that. It's not, you're going to detach sooner or later anyway. I feel like this is advice just to make it easier on you, just so your emotions can be more at peace and just kind of like, just volley it back. Like, sorry, I got other things going that day. I can't help you. It's either you do it or it doesn't get done. And you just volley it back and move on. I keep saying that. Like, what else am I supposed to say? Because I feel like it's literally a game. Constantly happens. I think that's what it is. And if you have to keep volleying it back, especially if it's by text message, volley it back, don't respond for like an hour. Volley it back, don't respond for like an hour. Especially if you say like, listen, I have other things planned, I can't do it, it's either you do it or it doesn't get done. They might have an immediate response coming back like, no, you have to do it, just don't respond for like an hour. And then go like, sorry, kind of busy, but no, I really can't. I'm sorry. It's either you do it or it doesn't get done. You might even keep reiterating the same text. And then they come back again, like, no, you have to. You have to do this and stop ignoring me. Literally, wait an hour. Sorry, I got things going on. I can't, I don't have time for this conversation either. I can't do that. Either you do it or it doesn't get done. Send the text, don't answer. Like, sooner or later, you'll wear them out. Sooner or later, they'll get the hint. Or it just won't get done. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's kind of like it's bothering you. Kind of like, well, I think it really does need to get done. But I feel like if it goes through a section where it doesn't, whatever this is, whatever the task is, if it doesn't get done, that person will feel the repercussions of it and they won't let that happen. Maybe it needs to go through hopefully just one cycle of that and they realize, oh, if I don't do it, it really doesn't get done. Yeah, if you don't do it, it really doesn't get done. Like them. If they don't do it, it doesn't get done. Detach from it, let it be what it needs to be, let it be on them. I wouldn't overconnect to it because you got better things. I'm sorry, but it's time for you to move on. The more you detach from the past, the better the future is, the more fun you're going to have, the happier you're going to be. I don't know. I almost feel like for somebody or maybe a few people, it's just hopefully giving you that emotional permission to let go of it. Maybe because some of us need that once in a while. We just need that emotional permission, and this is kind of moving us across the hump to give us that emotional permission. Maybe. Take it with a grain of salt. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. Anything else? All right, I think that's it. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.